I ain't got no lipstick on that. Grace look all cute.
We are live.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. I'm Grace.
I'm
I'm
Katina.
and I'm Vera, and we are part of the
Starting over sisters. Yeah, so welcome to our marriage and dating podcast. Sit down and enjoy. This is a conversation that is much needed in this world of dating and marriage. It's such important. So in our culture, we see that we've heard and we know that we've experienced that dating can be very difficult, especially in these times. We have a culture of, I've heard of situationships. I've heard of non-communication, breadcrumbing, ghosting.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that speaks louder than what marriage is. And so we want to have a conversation that is much, much needed. So we're glad that you're sitting down and being able to partake of it. So we're going to start with 3 questions. We want this to be very interactive. We're going to probably start with the first part 1. But part 2 will be one of our next on live. So with the first question, we're going to ask each other, what does dating with true intentions look like, especially in these times?
Being honest. Being true to yourself as well, but definitely being honest. When you're dating, I feel like sometimes people aren't being real.
Yeah.
They're not being real. So, I feel like it's important that you need to be honest with that person that you're dating, to just be upfront about, whatever your expectations are, your values, your goals, lay them all out. So that way that person will know, okay, if this is something that I want to be a part of or if it's not.
Exactly.
So I definitely feel like we have to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree. And I'm actually well piggyback on that. I think definitely your authentic self
Mm-hmm.
is like necessary. There are so many. What's that thing that dating show they had catfish, right? So there are like
Yes.
so many like imposters and craziness that's
Yes.
out there.
Oh my God.
So like being your authentic self, because the person that you end up being in forever,
Mm-hmm.
um, they have to see who you really are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They just have to
That's
see
true.
who you really are. Don't be scared to show who you are. Because if you don't show who you are, then what's the purpose? That's a waste of your time, their time,
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
the whole gamut. So you
Right.
want to be straight and your authentic self from the beginning, from the get go. And
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
if they don't like authentically who you are, then that's not the right person for you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not.
This is
Absolutely.
true.
Yeah, a lot of times we feel like we have to be something else. I think
Mm-hmm.
dating with intention for a woman view is like, oh, I better not do this or do that, and a lot of times we do miss out even on the other person being honest because we're performing, right? So I definitely agree with being honest, being intentional of what a person really wants, and not settling. A lot of times that's a fine line,
Mm-hmm.
but just saying, okay, will I be able to deal with this, or will I not be able to deal with this? You know what I mean? So it is. I think the whole dynamic is being honest, and that's so true, because honest with them and honest with yourself, with what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely agree with that. So I really do, and even the teachers from men, as we speak to our ladies, we got to know, and that's how the segue of the next question would be. So we'll talk about that with the next question.
On that note, that's funny. Yeah, I would. Um, I appreciate the question. I think that authenticity being honest and what are your true intentions are like, I think that should be like the gamut of like life in addition to, you know, what we're doing. I mean, in dating for that matter. So my question to all of us is, divorce happens like really often, right? But you know, there's certain things that you might see ahead of time. So one of the things that I want to talk about is like, how important are finances when dating?
Hmm.
Y'all think?
That's important. I I think about how you manage your money, you know, more so than how much you have, but how do you manage what you have? Because, you know, if I'm seeing these signs of you out there buying, you know, your Jordans and buying your Nike and buying your Gucci and, you know, all this other stuff, but then I hear you saying, man, my rent due, you know, my car note. Can you help me with my car insurance? What? Wait a minute. Wait.
Did you just buy them Jordans over
Wait, baby. You got the wrong somebody.
there?
So how a person managed that tells a lot about that person, you know, and that is something that you can't ignore because, you know, especially with us older, you know, women and we're dating, you know, out there
We're
dating.
seasoned, sis. We're seasoned.
Okay, whatever. When we're out there, you know, be mindful of that. You know, I don't want to be with this 50, 60-year-old man and he can't manage his money. And in my mind, I can't be sitting back saying, okay, well, I can change that. No, I can't because he is who he is. I cannot
You
change
set in the
that.
way.
Right. So there's no way, you know, if I already know this is how he is, okay, I need to move on because that's something I'm not going to be able to tolerate. Is somebody that cannot manage their money properly.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like that's important. I mean, I want somebody that has a plan,
Right.
you know, to when we sit down together, we talk about a plan, not just somebody that's got potential. So I want somebody with a plan.
Yeah.
She said that. That's potential.
Yeah, they gotta have a plan.
Got a
Yeah,
plan.
yes. Yeah, because you know, as women, you want to feel secure, you know.
Right. You want that stability.
Yeah. And I mean, not just finances, but emotionally, and that's part of it because I think that if you can wake up in the morning and say, oh, I don't have to worry about this, not minimize what we bring to the table, but it just give a little comfort a little bit. So yeah, right. Especially being seasoned women in different stages of our life, you know, marriage and dating. But we all come from different walks. But the good thing is, yeah, you want them to have a plan. You want to make sure that you feel safe in that space, pretty much.
Right. We want to have, you know, similar views, you know, when it comes to saving, you know, how we can save together, you know.
Yeah, as a team.
Yeah, as a team. Right.
I would say, like, I think finances are important to the extent, just as Tina was talking about, like how you manage your money, but how important it is that they have money. Like,
right.
You need them to be like millionaire, billionaire, or something while you are dating. Like, if they want to always go to McDonald's, is that going to really like make you really upset? Or
so
what?
Yeah, so that's funny because so would you date should we encourage to date with like, oh, I see potential in him? Yeah.
That part. So like, are we like, he may not be making a lot of money now, but he has the potential to be making that money? Is that like a deal breaker?
Well, since we're seasoned.
We're seasoned.
seasoned pot of collard greens, y'all.
You know, and hopefully he will be seasoned too, you know. So
Yeah.
how are we gonna really look at this? Because again, if we're talking about somebody, not saying that somebody that's 60 years old don't have the potential
Um,
to up their game, but how much upping they gonna be able to do, Vera? Come on.
so what you're saying, what I'm hearing is you're ready for them to already have it together by that time, by that age. Yeah.
I'm hoping they already got it together when I meet that person. You know, to where okay, they about their business, so and I'm about mine, so we align with each other.
Yeah, alignment. Yes.
Yeah, so instead of me coming in saying, okay, you know, he see that I'm about this life, you know,
Mhm.
and I don't know, maybe I could be an encouragement for him to say, oh, okay, I like the way she move. I need to be on that same level she on. So let me start getting my stuff together. But it's very, very slim that you might find that person.
But it's, that brings up a lot. 'Cause I've heard, even with our clients and who we talk to, a lot of time they just say they tired. They tired of and feel like they're building a man up. But so you see a lot of that. But I know that can be a little. That's why it is important. It is important to go in with clear expectations and pray. Number one, God, He'll lead us, right?
Yes, honey. Yes.
Yes, Lord.
But yeah, because God knows what a person can withhold and know who you have for the person,
Mm-hmm.
And if it's something that's bothering us, we can say, Lord, I don't know. What should I do? He'll show us. But yeah, it is a lot of slim, called the blurred line.
Yeah. I don't need them to be rich. I just want them to be responsible.
And
because they could be rich and just like you said, they could be rich and still irresponsible.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, you can be a millionaire and still broke in the mindset.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's really the mindset. It truly is.
It is.
Yes.
But
responsibility.
There are those that feel like, just as you said, you want to know that they're handling their money responsibly.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they are not, like you said, which would be really crazy. You forgot to pay your rent. It's the 6th, honey.
Right.
What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I had to take you out to dinner.
Mm-mm.
I need some gas money. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying? We help each other, but when it's, especially we're talking about the dating aspect now, right?
Right.
So those, as we see another question coming up, those can be something to say, wait a minute now every day he needs, or every week he don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like you start to look at those things and see if things are patterns. We know people, human behavior by patterns, right?
Yes. So
if we don't see it, if we let it go, then it becomes resentment when this is marriage. So, or if that is the person for you. So it is good to look at these things now, because this is the ground.
And that's part of my question, Grace, that you're talking about it. Because my question basically was around, what are some of the red flags in dating that we used to ignore that we, but now we would never ignore them.
Yeah, and that's one of the that's it. The patterns. One thing about men know what they want. I'm still a firm believer in it. I think they know what they want when they meet women. They know what type of woman they want. So to look at, like, when you say red flags, if they're non-consistent, if it's something off, if something you feel, if it's something like, wait a minute, he did this 1 + 1 don't equal 10. You see a formula that ain't working. So the red flag is red flagging, right? So and you know a person by the action,
right?
Consistency, if you say, oh yeah, wait a minute, no, that's my cousin them, or if something is off, you feel it, you know it, and it's good to look at
We
that.
got that gut feeling. We got that
Yeah,
gut.
yeah, it's God
Trust
already put it in
that gut, baby. Trust that gut.
trust it. God gave us intuition. Yes, He did as women. So, even and it even doesn't come. Not even I know not the stream of even infidelity, but just even decisions, like I say, responsibility. Like, oh wait, I thought he had this. The formula ain't. Wait a minute, something don't sound right. And when you question it,
and consistency with communication.
absolutely with communication, and there you're gonna see some holes in it, and then so a lot of times it's there already, and we just need to recognize it. We need to love ourselves so much to say something don't sit right, and then that's when you go to God. That's when you do. Number one, you go to God first, but then you actually say something don't not sitting right.
I need God to talk to me, because this just don't feel right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about, those red flags, right. So we have to stop ignoring them. I also think about, like, when we're talking about someone who always want to blame you. You're always the person at fault.
Yeah.
To me, that's a red flag. Like, okay, I'm always at fault, and I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it's making you question yourself. Question. And I know the new term out there. The term gaslighting, but when something is turned around, and you're like, well, did I do? Well, is something wrong? Am I looking at it wrong? So when you start to feel like it's you, that's a red flag. When it's because even in the beginning, the internal feeling like, wait, this doesn't feel good. And a lot of times we feel the internal before we see things. So just being true to ourselves, and not compromising, and knowing our self-worth, that that's not right, or the way the person, there's something is wrong, or if something is going on with communication, it's good to bring it up now in dating, right? Go ahead and bring it up now.
I'm also going to say about like a red flag. Let's talk about this control issue stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Some people feel that that's like real cute. Oh, he don't want me to be hanging out with, my girlfriends all the time. We need to spend more time together, or he don't like what I have on. But that's all right, because I really should be dressing for my man and not for other people. Y'all dating, okay? He don't want me to go out there, do this. He don't want me to go on this trip, or what? Okay, listen, y'all, in your gut now, you feel it. Like if it comes to the point where it's like he's controlling like every aspect of everything that you do, that's an Amber Alert, right? that ain't no red flag no more. Okay, that's an Amber Alert billboard.
Yeah. Exactly. It is.
Please,
it is.
That's so cute. That he just like me. He just like me so much. Baby.
No.
Baby. After 1 week and he telling you how to dress and who to hang out with, who you can talk to.
Yeah, that definitely is a red flag.
That's Amber Alert, and that goes back to what Grace was talking about, like our self-love, When we love ourselves enough to know that we are worthy of all the goodness that God has, that He has for us, we start to think or question and say, is this really what God would want me to have? Does He want me to be on pins and needles every time that we are going out? Because somebody might look at me and my man don't like that. Or do I need to be uncomfortable to go and hang out with my friends because he don't want me to? Now, everything is within reason, right? Like you spread your time within the person that you're dating with, you spread your time with your friends and your family. but you do it what's comfortable for you,
Yeah.
not for the person.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Being true, as we talk about being authentically you,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta be true to yourself and know that I don't feel right. I really don't feel right about this.
Exactly. All these questions kind of, they fold into each other because, like, if you dating intentionally, also, if you're dating to marry, those red flags, like, is this something that I can deal with in marriage,
Mm-hmm.
or do I want to get married so much? We need to ask ourselves in the dating stage, like, say you said the person, her I guess partner or boyfriend saying, I don't like what you wear. Are you okay with if he doesn't, if he still is wanting you to change? It's gonna it's good to have the communication now, your intentions, like, hey, look, if we get married, I want to be able to be true to myself, you know what I mean? So it's good to have those conversations, have the hard conversations while dating, because like training ground, if that person is for you or not for you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Being open to have those conversations, like we talk about, communication is, like, I think, really paramount in what we do. Like, are you able to have that conversation? Do you feel comfortable enough to have that conversation? Is it okay?
Exactly. Yeah.
Is it okay with you? Because if you don't feel comfortable enough to have that conversation, then I mean that's another red flag anyway. Because
Absolutely. Yeah.
I can't communicate with you right now, and we're still dating.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna happen when we get married?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we have to be able to feel safe with each other. We have to feel safe enough to say, hey, that don't make me feel good. That makes me feel, a certain way. We should be able to feel comfortable to tell them that. Yeah.
We should be able to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a two-way street. So, number one, communication is very much key, definitely, in dating, because it heightens, it changes a lot in marriage. I tell you, it do.
And look at him. We talk about marriage. I know it's been a while since we've been dating, but I would say, like, even when you get married, to continue dating.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Date one another. It's
Right.
just because you married, you ain't dead. Like,
that's true.
You know what I mean? You're not dead. So, like, go, date one another and go experience some good stuff. Every day is a blessing that we're given, right? So make the best out of that day with your partner.
Right.
Whatever that looks like for y'all. And
it's very, very important. Definitely dating doesn't stop in marriage, and I know we're going to talk more about marriage in our part 2, but it's very important. It's very important to create those, habits or known rituals in dating. Because believe me, marriage can put a whole different dynamic. Also, bringing kids in it can bring a whole dynamic. Because it's so true. You do, you kind of lose your. There's a possibility. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
To lose yourself in dating and lose yourself definitely in marriage, especially with kids. But you just want to make sure that you're standing true to yourself. This is who I am. When we come together, it's only going to get better. But so we know it's not easy, pretty much. But it does take two to be in line, like we said before, and just to know that the dating is important even more as when you're married. And personally, I know that as well. Dating is very important when you're married, because a lot of times you do tend to lose sight of what made you smile and happy and all of that. So it's very important. So I encourage that in the dating.
Yeah, I just said this to somebody the other day. Like, being your authentic self, that's what attracted your partner to you. So why give that up? And I know we'll talk about in marriage, how it's a tendency we to lose ourselves type of thing.
Mhm.
But even while you're dating, like remember what it is that you were attracted to that person.
Mhm.
What were they attracted to in the first place? And why stop being that authentic person that you are because of what? They don't like it no more? What?
Yeah.
They don't like it no more. Wait. Oh. Okay. Who else is out there?
Yeah.
Who, who else? But that's who.
Yeah.
So I am so excited about our part 2. I think we had a good conversation tonight. Good
Yeah, it
conversation.
was a good, yes, a good starting conversation because marriage and dating can go so many parts,
Oh
you know,
God, yes.
so many different parts. So
And you know, with
yeah,
us, our seasoned selves,
very seasoned. Yeah,
yeah,
we're not, yes, we're not gonna say our ages, but yes, very seasoned,
are very seasoned.
which is a blessing. Don't get it wrong, it's a
It
blessing.
sure
It
is.
is because we've seen some things. We've seen some things. So it is,
Man, look here.
you know, ups and downs. We've seen a lot. So
I will say, and I think I can speak for all 3 of us. Like, we're all social workers, and number 1 rule is like us not social worker in our family, in our relationship. Number
No.
1 rule: don't do it.
Mm-mm.
You don't do it. Don't do it. This what we bring to you is strictly our opinions.
yeah,
It's for you
Mhm.
take it with whatever you want to take it with.
Right.
Entertainment. However, we're going to talk about as social workers, all 3 of us.
yeah, social worker and therapist. You know,
Yes.
disclaimer,
Don't
but we,
don't
it's
social
just
work inside your house,
yes,
your
in fact.
family, your relationships. Like you got to draw the line somewhere. So that's number 1.
Exactly. And it's an individual walk, you know, it's we can make suggestions, but this is something that for you to take for you make your own decision. So,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
what makes you happy. Make decisions that will make you happy, you
Right.
know,
For you.
for you. That's right.
All right.
Well, gang, thank y'all for coming to chill with us tonight. We appreciate you. Appreciate you. And we
Yeah.
look forward to seeing y'all on the next one. We will definitely put it out there as to when we will come back live again.
Mhm.
And we just love seeing you. So just come on back. We'll talk.
Exactly. Please feel free to drop questions so that we can actually ask, you know, the next time that we would love to discuss and, you know, hey, we want to be interactive, you know, because this is all a part of what makes us understand how to navigate in this world. So
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right. Until next time.
Okay,
Be true
ladies.
to yourselves.
yeah.
All right.
See you later.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.